When sleep won't come, and shadows seem to move in the corner of your eye, that's when the right horror movie hits. Netflix has a chilling selection for those who crave fear that lingers. These aren't jump scare gimmicks, they're stories that unnerve, unsettle, and sink their claws into your mind. If you're ready to face the dark, here are the top 5 scary movies on Netflix you shouldn't watch with the lights off. Number 5. His House, 2020. For Bol and Rial, fleeing war in South Sudan was just the beginning. After arriving in England as asylum seekers, they're placed in a dilapidated house on the edge of a forgotten neighborhood. It's supposed to be a second chance, a new beginning, but the walls of their home whisper at night. Figures appear in corners. Doors creak open without reason. Something is watching them. At first, it feels like a ghost story. But as the story unfolds, the real horror emerges, not just in the supernatural, but in the guilt they carry. The terror inside the house reflects the trauma they brought with them, piece by piece, from the sea. His House is deeply disturbing because it doesn't just scare you, it makes you think. It's about grief, survivor's guilt, and the horror of memory. The spirits here don't just haunt, they accuse, they scream, and they refuse to be forgotten. It's one of the most emotionally powerful horror films on Netflix, and one that leaves you shaken long after it ends. Number 4. The Ritual, 2017. After the death of a close friend, 4 college buddies reunite for a hiking trip in the remote forests of Sweden. It's supposed to be a tribute, a moment to reconnect. But the deeper they go into the woods, the more wrong everything starts to feel. They take a shortcut through dense forest, and that's when the forest begins watching them. They find symbols carved into trees. A gutted deer is strung up like an offering. They wake up with no memory of how they fell asleep, and one by one, they begin to dream of something ancient, something that doesn't belong in the world of the living. The Ritual masterfully blends psychological horror with Norse mythology. The real monster remains hidden for most of the film, and when it finally appears, it's not just horrifying, it's majestic and otherworldly. The tension never lets go. You feel every step, every snap of a twig behind them. This film is about guilt, survival, and facing an unknowable terror in the heart of nature. Number 3. Incantation, 2022. Inspired by true events and delivered in chilling found footage style, Incantation is a Taiwanese horror film that doesn't just ask you to watch, it dares you to become part of the curse. The story follows Lee Ronan, a mother trying to protect her daughter from a supernatural force she accidentally unleashed 6 years ago. After breaking a taboo during a religious ritual, she becomes cursed. Her life falls apart, and now she records every step of her descent into madness, hoping to find a way to break the curse. What makes Incantation so scary isn't just what you see, it's what you feel. Strange symbols flash on screen. The film directly addresses the audience, as if the curse can reach through the screen itself. It plays like a warning and an invitation at the same time. Viewers are dared to repeat the forbidden phrases, to listen to the chants, to believe. It's slow burn terror at its finest, full of cultural dread and ancient folklore. The horror grows with every minute, and by the end, you might wonder if something really did follow you home. Number 2. The Wailing, 2016. Deep in the misty mountains of South Korea lies a quiet village. Peaceful, ordinary, until the sickness begins. A mysterious Japanese stranger arrives, and soon after, villagers begin to go mad. They kill their families. They foam at the mouth, and no one knows why. Local cop Jong-gu is pulled into the mystery when his own daughter starts to show signs of possession. What follows is a descent into absolute madness. Shamanic rituals, exorcisms, ancient demons, and suspicion twist the story into a slow but relentless nightmare. Just when you think you understand what's happening, the film turns again, deeper, darker, and more hopeless. The Wailing is nearly 2.5 hours long, but there's not a wasted minute. Every scene adds dread. Every character hides a secret. It's beautifully shot, hauntingly acted, and refuses to explain itself fully, making it even more disturbing. If you're patient, this film will reward you with one of the most terrifying endings in modern horror cinema. Number 1. Veronica, 2017. Set in 1990s Madrid, Veronica is loosely based on a real police case, the only Spanish file ever marked as unexplained. That's your first warning. Veronica is a teenager raising her siblings while her mother works long hours. Lonely and curious, she and her friends try to contact a spirit using a Ouija board during a solar eclipse. But something answers, something that doesn't leave. Over the next few days, Veronica becomes haunted by a dark force she can't explain. Her home turns cold. Shadows move on their own. Her siblings start seeing things too. She turns to priests, teachers, anyone who'll listen, but no one believes her. And the thing haunting her only grows stronger. Veronica is filled with classic demonic horror, but done with eerie realism. The cinematography traps you in the apartment's narrow spaces. The soundtrack creeps under your skin. And Sandra Escacina's performance as the terrified teen is raw and unforgettable. What truly makes it terrifying is the steady build-up to a horrifying climax, and the fact that real investigators couldn't explain what happened. Whether you believe in the paranormal or not, this film will make you question what's hiding in the dark. These films go beyond screams and blood. They get inside your head. Some will haunt your dreams, others your thoughts, but all will leave you shaken. So light a candle, turn off the lights, and hit play, if you dare. Subscribe to Pick 10 for more terrifying journeys through the best horror stories across Netflix and beyond.